Samore Love Bugs. What's up? What's going on? So today we're going to be doing just a quick recap of what happened, and yeah, we're gonna get through this because it was, I don't know, to me it wasn't really exciting. There were some parts that were kind of like bam, you know, in your face, you got a little adrenaline rush real quick, and then other parts was like, you know, like kind of take it down. So anyways, let's go ahead and do some shout outs first. Shout out to Muhammad Younger, and also shout out to Jaren C. And let's get one more. Shout out to Emily. Oh boy, these names. Shout out to Emily Ajnobi. Oh my gosh, I just totally slayed that. I'm sorry. I tried though. I don't like to fail though. Ajumobi. Yeah, Ajumobi. So I don't know if it's French, maybe African, but either way, shout out to you. Okay, guys, thanks for watching my last episode where we were talking about it, of course. So now let's go ahead and get into this recap. Let me just get my notes up on my little iPad here. Technology, honey, technology. Okay, so today was the season finale, episode 10, and Suna and Hanan, they were getting into it with Kristina. And you know what? It was, I think it was Jaime who was the one. It was either Jasmine or Jaime was the one that brought on this fight, because she was like, oh, and Kristina wants to know what happened to her $5. So then Hanan, she was all, I think it was, I told y'all these names, right? And we ain't see them long enough for me to remember like that. So I think it was Hanan. She was the one that was like defending her sister. Like, yeah, it was Susu that did it. And so what? Oh, you're complaining over $5? Heck yeah, I'm gonna complain over $5. At the end of the day, that's somebody's money. It's not, oh, you're being petty or anything like that. Nah, you're being petty for ripping up somebody's money, and you was in the wrong. So at the end of the day, you should have apologized and gave it back to her. But no, they wanted to play games and say a whole bunch of foolishness, like, and act like they're defending it. And Kristina got upset, as any normal person would get upset. Well, anybody that's not like super duper passive, you know? So she goes to like lunge at Hanan, and it just kind of goes bad because then they try to jump her. But Amber was ready. Yo, Amber, she was not playing. I was like, yo, that's what it is. Like, it's always good that somebody has your back, especially because her sister's not there. And they were really trying to like hit her, and I seen them get some blows in because the stupid security, they held her back, and then the other girls was there hitting her. And I've seen that happen so many times where they try to do the right thing. They're trying to grab up one person, and they end up allowing the other person to get hits in, which is not cool. And then the two of them go downstairs, and then they start taking the picture frames and start throwing it too. But I'm like, that's not even fair, because at the end of the day, Angela was thrown out because she threw a glass. So they should have brought her back, right? Nah, but they end up leaving these girls there, just letting them cool off, then come back the next night. Which it didn't really help, because they still ended up having a fight again. And one thing that was crazy was that when they was fighting, when they started fighting again, because Kristina was getting her hair braided, and she was getting her hair braided by Asia. And then, who was it? I think it was, yeah, it was Suna. She came and she was saying stuff like, oh, just trying to intimidate her with the things that she was saying. And she basically showed that she was not intimidated. When they started walking away, she was like, you know, go take care of your kids. Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't say she's an unfit mother, because they did mention that, because you don't really know how great of a mother she could be when she's with her kids. But as far as you being a mom and being on a show like this, I don't think it was a really good look. And you know, you guys know, I'm a defender of all things get your money, hustle on. But something like this, I think this is more so for the younger kids, because I feel like they're older, you know, they could have gotten on a different shows. There's so many reality shows and other things that they could definitely, maybe they're trying to be the next Kardashians, I don't know. But I mean, I know they're not, I don't think they're from the same place as the Kardashians, but I don't know, I just feel like they're trying to, they were doing the most because they wanted to get a spin-off, or they wanted to possibly be in another extension of the Bad Girls Club, like maybe like Bad Girls Club 20, or you know, like Bad Girls Club when they do the battle, the all-star battle or something like that. I just feel like they want to try to make themselves, because if you're not remembered, nobody's gonna care. You're not gonna have any fans, and you're just gonna have been somebody that was on there, and maybe when they show your picture again, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that girl. But it's not like you're gonna get shows and work to do like if you are remembered. Like look at Natalie, look at Tanisha. You know, these people are getting that work. So yeah, she was getting her hair braided. Then Suna goes up the stairs, but then she hears her say something about, oh, go take care of your kids. So she rushes back down and just like, wow, just gets her. And then the other sister, she comes running up trying to jump her too. But Amber was ready. You know what I didn't like though, y'all? Is that Asia, out of all this time, Asia was kikiing and laughing and joking with her. But how Asia, I didn't see her put her hand out one time to try to help her when she was seeing her get jumped. It's like, oh, my sister got it. I don't got to put my hands on this. Like, you know, I just felt like that was a little funny style to me. And if I had a friend, I mean, if you tell me on the sidelines, you know, I can't fight or anything like that, like, I'll understand maybe. But, like, to allow people to jump me and you're supposed to be mad close to me, like, she even had problems with her own real biological sister because she was hanging out with Asia, and that's the way she's going to do her. I mean, I just wasn't really feeling that. And Amber is just like, I don't like to see stuff like that, and I don't care what it is. Like, I'm going to make sure that I help her. So I'm like, that's crazy how situations pan out sometimes. But I don't know. I would have looked at somebody just a little bit differently if they didn't help me at all. I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but I don't know. It just seemed a little funny. It's not like she got kids that she got to worry about. She don't want to go to jail or whatever. Like, it wasn't that type of situation, but I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? Let me know down below. Like, if you have a friend that you've been joking with, you've been riding with, you even had problems with your real sibling who had your back regardless of anything and got kicked out of the house, and this same person that you did all that for doesn't even help you when you're getting jumped by two huge women. I don't know. Anyways, then later on, and one of them was trying to throw a chair. They try to throw some more of the frames. They were just out of control. Like, the security had to, like, really man them up and carry them to the back. Like, carry them away from them. So then the producers, they finally came and they said that throwing the frames, that's not something that they want to portray or have on the show. And they also said that Hanan had picked up the chair with the intent to use it as a weapon, so they gotta go. So I mean, I feel like that was a good choice, a good decision, a good decision. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. But the Bad Girls Club, I feel like it contradicts itself, because we've all known that the Bad Girls Club, the reason why it's done so well is because of the fighting, because of its entertainment portion, or what, you know, it's entertainment and people like to see fighting and things of that nature. But then now, because I guess they've gotten so much heat, they're trying to switch it up. You know, that's why they brought on Laura and everything else. But it's like, you could be a bad girl. We want y'all to do crazy stuff, but just not too much. We don't want you to kill each other. That's what they trying to pretty much say. That's what I see. I don't know. It just seems like it contradicts itself a little bit. So the girls, they go to a charity place to donate money that they had raised one of the nights before when they were doing that little auction thing, which was nice. Jaime and Jasmine, they didn't want to go. They made up excuses about how they would get into fights with the other girls, so they didn't want to make it get all crazy and ratchet. And I'm just like, if you don't want to go, and this is what I tell anybody in life, if you don't want to do something, don't pretend, come up with excuses. Nah, just be real about it and say that you didn't want to do it. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is lying right now. You didn't want to go. Maybe you wanted to lay down. You wanted to relax. Just be real, be honest. Because this was like a real important thing that they missed out on because they was trying to make excuses. They just want to not seem like they wanted to dance with the devil instead of going to do something that was for the better. Angela and Kristina, they seem to have a better relationship now, which is pretty cool. They say that they plan to spend more time with each other and go to the gym together every day when Kristina gets back home. So, you know, that maybe, just maybe, things have gotten better for them and this was not all in vain. Like this, they really did this and it had a good impact on their lives. They all go out for a last minute like thing. And I just feel like Jaime and Jasmine, all they did was complain. Like even when they was on their little side, because they didn't want to go in the same taxi as the other girls, all they did was talk about the other girls. It's like that's what was driving them. That's the only thing that was interesting about them, was either fighting the other girls or talking bad about them. And I don't know, I just feel like they were a waste. Like there could have been other girls that would have been better. The only thing that they did was start a few fights and, you know, I guess kind of hype things up a little bit. But I don't know, it's like I feel like there's like basic chicks that just try too hard to portray something that they're not. I mean, I don't know them or anything, but that's what I gather from watching the show. And finally, at the end of it all, a mariachi band comes to bid them farewell and play them stupid songs. And, you know, they're good with their music, with the band portion of it, but the words they were saying was just like, meh. It was like they were singing their story pretty much. And it just kind of made me realize that they were kind of cheated out of having a trip, because most of the seasons that I've seen, they've gotten to go to like Key West, they've gotten to go to, I think, Mexico. Like they've gotten to go to all these different places, but they didn't get to do that. I don't know if it's because it was so many people had such short times there, or perhaps it was so many girls, it would have been hard to get everything together. I don't know, but yeah, they definitely got cheated. I guess it sucks for them, right? But that's pretty much my recap. I'm not gonna make this too long. Yeah, this is actually like a record right now. It's like 12 minutes, I think, if I can see that correctly. It's kind of small. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Reunion will be, I believe, next week. I'm hoping it's only like 2 episodes and not a million. Well, I mean, of course I'm exaggerating, but sometimes they put like 3 of them. Like I can do with 2, but I'd rather 1. I mean, let's just get it all out there and finish it up. But it looked like Diamond is gonna freaking punch Olivia in her face. Did y'all see that? She just kind of did like, and it looked like the manly type where you just go, you know, one of those where your head just goes back. I don't know if she actually caught, you know, got contact with her, but she was like, you know, she was ready. I used to do shadow boxing back in the days, y'all. Yeah, I got some skills, y'all. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what goes down there. Not just necessarily for the fights, but just to see who might have changed, who still has beefs and things like that, and what they quote unquote will say that they learned, even though they may not have learned anything. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.